What's up, everyone? It's your girl. I am Kaya, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're talking Love Island Season 7, Episode 25, if I'm correct. Yeah, y'all, like, the episode, it had its moments, but you know what? I think this is building up to way more drama. I like that we're getting, like, these little seeds, because this is what I'm waiting for. A lot of people is really hating on the episode. I thought the episode was great. I thought the episode was very, very amazing. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. But before we get into all that, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Continue to show love to my previous videos. Again, I know I keep saying it, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to be here all season long. I think we got 2 more weeks, and then we're going to be done. But I just love Island so much. I am going to miss it, but keep showing love to my previous videos. Yep. And is there anything else I got to get into? Nope. Let's go ahead and get into this episode. All right, you guys. So we start the episode off like how it ended. You know, it's right after the heart rate challenge, and this heart rate challenge, you know, started a lot of drama. So thank you, Peacock, for that. So we get the guys. It's the Villa guys talking, and they're asking. I think it was Ace that asked him this. He said, "Well, you know, why didn't you kiss Alandra?" And he said the only reason why he didn't kiss Alandra because it's out of respect for Clark. Okay, we gonna choose to believe that, but I don't believe anything you say, Taylor. Then we jump over to the Casa Boys, which is Brian, Elon, Zach, and who's the other guy? Chris, sorry. And then he says that he really wanted to kiss Jaden and he really wants to explore her. And then Brian says that his conversations with Andrina are boring. And honestly, it has to be true because we haven't seen them. I'm like, we literally don't see them at all. And the only time we saw them is when both of them saying that they want to explore other people. And he says that conversations have been boring and he feel like it's only physical, which I definitely believe. I think Brian could be interesting because like we saw way more of him in this tonight's episode, and when he was talking he be making sense. It just gives that Andrina is probably just boring because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Andrina, she's beautiful, she's a baddie, but the bitch be putting me to sleep. I'm sorry, like, honey, as much as the ass looks amazing. Trust me, I love the ass. I love the rack of titties. I love the accent. But sis, you was boring as the fuck. I'm sorry. That's why she can go home. No lie, she can go home. Especially after what happened at the end of the episode, she definitely can go home. But anyway, so then the guys, we jump back over to the Villa guys. They asked, you know, who went overboard. Every dude there said Huda went overboard. Every dude. So this just has to prove my point that Peacock, they had to have cut something out if everybody is saying Huda went too far. And all those Huda defenders talking about you guys are just mad that she did the challenge. It's like, honey, it's part of doing a challenge and taking shit too far. And we know that Huda takes it way too far when it comes to these challenges. But it didn't really matter because she was doing it to Jeremiah. But now, and then she had did it to Pepe, but you know, Hannah didn't like that. But yeah, y'all need to stop making an excuse for her because everybody's saying it. Like I said in my last recap, if it was only one person or even two, that's different. But when damn near the whole entire house is saying it, something is wrong. So then they asked Ace about it, and he says that when he looked over and saw Shelly, he knew that she was pissed off. But then he also brought up how, you know, during the heart rate challenge when it was their turn, how she kissed Chris. She went and did her rounds, and then she went right back over to him. But he said, you know, it is just a challenge. Then Nick is talking about how it's a difference when it's just a challenge, and I think this is just a way for him to just talk about Elon because he been wanting to get this off his chest all night. So he says that Elon, he's mad that Sierra was the girl that Elon chose to bring to the heart, and started going in on her, and he didn't like that Elon was like kissing off on her. I'm like, Nick, it's a challenge, okay? Then he has the nerve to say he wanted to put on the gloves and fight him. Like, dude, is this Bad Boys Fiji version? Like, do we need to call Lemuel and get the Zeus cameras down there so y'all can box? Because Nick, what is this? Then Nick, well, in his confessional, he says that he felt very disrespected. Says that Elon needs to stay in his place. And yeah, it's like, Nick, you ain't intimidating nobody, okay, sir? Then Nick, now mind you, keep this in mind, Nick is talking to the guys. He said he doesn't care to have a conversation with Elon, and he's not fucking with him. Keep that in mind, okay? So yeah, we jump back over to the Casa guys. So speaking of that, they asked Elon, you know, what did you say to Nick that made him mad? And Chris had said, when Elon said, oh, it's your turn to watch. Elon said he thought it would have been funny. I can believe he probably thought it was going to be funny, but it's like, Elon, if you've been watching the show, because I'm pretty sure you was watching the show because you wanted Sierra for a reason. If you've been watching the show, you see how Nick reacts when guys be kissing on Sierra. So you should have known that wasn't gonna be funny. But I think he's probably thinking in his head, oh, it's a challenge, so he just thought, let's just make a little joke. I don't necessarily, maybe that's just me. I don't necessarily think that Elon really meant it in a bad way. I don't personally think so, but it's Nick. And he says that he's not going to apologize for kissing Sierra, which you shouldn't, because she at this point is not closed off yet. And he says he still wants to explore her. Now, when he said that, I was like, Elon, brother, hang it up, because you honestly should have known that you didn't have a chance when literally all in Casa, you were borderline begging to kiss her outside of the challenge, and she respectfully kept saying no. Then when y'all come back to Casa, she literally is crying over Nick with the thought of her thinking Nick is had gone home. Then when they say no, he didn't go home, she literally beeline straight to him and kissed him for so damn long in front of you. That should have told you right there that Sierra is not open to exploring. She loves Nick and his cold sores. Okay. But yeah, so we jump over to Taylor and Alandra talking, which I'm like, why do we got to see this? But anyways, he says that she did her big one in the challenge, and he said that he wanted to kiss her, but didn't because he was being respectful towards Clark. Again, if y'all want to choose to believe that, go ahead. I don't necessarily think he was because he wanted to be respectful. He just doesn't want to kiss Alandra. That's just that. Then they finally talk about the recoupling. So it's like it's been like all day, and they have not talked at all about that recoupling. And she says, what happened in that 3 days to make you want to to make you want to change your mind and want to be with somebody else. Alandra, sweetheart, it wasn't 3 days. He never liked you. And that's just that. He says that he could have went easy and picked Alandra. It's like, dude, don't be doing shit like that, because that's you fucking with her head. So I'm so glad he didn't pick Alandria. But he says that his head said to pick her, but his heart said to pick Clark. And he says Clark makes him feel ways he's never felt before. Alandra, right then and there, that should have told you that Taylor never liked you, because the fact that he couldn't say that about you, he said that about a girl he just met, something is wrong. And then we get Alandra in her confessional. She says, why would she keep investing time into him if he's able to change his mind in a couple of days? Again, like I said, it's not a couple of days. He never felt this way about you. So that's why it was so easy. And then they also end out, and it was very understanding. Like, I was expecting a big blow up, but like, it's Alandria and she hasn't done it so far. And I don't see her like losing her composure and everything like that. So I do like, she said her and Taylor are cordial and there's no hard feelings. It's like, sis, you better than me. But I like that she handled it with so much grace. Then we get, oh my God. Then listen, y'all. Listen. I knew that I was gonna fall for this Huddle redemption arc shit, because I said I knew she was gonna do something. I said she gonna do something that's gonna piss me off. I'm gonna be back on her ass like white on rice. And tonight she definitely did that. So this is one of many things that Huddle did tonight that pissed me off. So Huddle's crying in her confessionals, saying that she should be thinking about others during the challenge. It's like, honey, how many chances do you need? Because when it came to Pepe, you literally was saying how you felt bad that you was kissing on Pepe because Hannah's your girl. Now you sitting here doing this shit to Shelly. So sis, I need you to, I don't know if you just stupid, or I don't just know that you just selfish and you don't know what it is, or maybe both. Maybe it's a mixture of both. Then we so she goes, she walks up to Shelly and asks Shelly if she can pull her for a chat. At that point, Shelly said yes. Then while they're walking, Shelly stops midway and she said, you know what? Maybe we should talk tomorrow when I'm calmer. And I respect that. She said, I don't want us to talk right now while I'm aggravated, because I don't want to end up saying something that I'm going to regret and that's going to make you upset. So let's talk tomorrow when I'm in a more calmer headspace. And Huddle was okay. Shelly in her confessional says, and this is some true shit, she says, when it came to Jeremiah, she didn't kiss him because she had respect for Hudda. But Hudda couldn't reciprocate that back. And then she also was pissed that Hudda kept, during the heart rate challenge, that Hudda kept saying, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. She said it kept pissing her off. And she's absolutely right. I don't care what nobody say. Literally every time in the beginning, when Jeremiah was doing something in challenges with other girls, especially when it came to him and Amaya and him and Iris, Hudda literally was like going off on them, like calling them out their name and all this other kind of shit. And then when everybody kept saying it's just a challenge, Hudda didn't want to hear that shit. So Shelly you shouldn't be saying it to somebody now. And I don't want to be like, oh, but you gotta understand she was in a different headspace. I don't give a fuck. In a span of 3 to 4 weeks, bitch, you ain't changed that goddamn much. So you can get out of my face with all that shit. So then we get Nick he pulls Elon for a chat. Why? Now Nick, he called him Elon so much this episode. His name is Elon, but now Nick got me calling him that. He pulls him for a chat. Now it's hard for me to take either one of them seriously because of what they're wearing. They're literally wearing lingerie. Like they're wearing the tight Spanx. And I'm like, I can't take neither one of you seriously. But anyway, Nick says that it pissed him off. He's talking to Elon. They go pull for a chat. And I think the Casa guys are watching. Nick said it pissed him off that him and Sierra were coupled up in Casa, which is like, Nick, that was the point of it, but okay. And he says that he was mad that he picked her in the heart rate challenge. Elon says, Sierra told him, which I think she did, and reassured him with this. Well, she told him that in Casa, let's just be honest. She said that she is still would be open to explore him, and which she has every right to, because again, Nick, you're not closed off with her, and I can't keep stressing that enough. So Nick brings up the morning Elon had made Sierra breakfast, and he said he felt disrespected because you told me that you weren't going to make her breakfast, but you ended up doing it anyway. And then Elon said that he made the breakfast because when they were in Casa, he would always do it to show Sierra that he was interested. Then we jump over to Nick's confessional. He over here talking about something. He thinks that shit is sweet and shit is not sweet. Then Nick reassures him that he's mad. Like Nick, this whole time, he's mad. Like, I'm like, Nick, can you like fucking calm your ticks? Like, Sierra is not going to Elon. Like, dude, you calm your ass down. He's talking about something, he's mad and everything like that. And I think Nick was trying to feel like he was trying to intimidate him and something. It's like, Nick, you ain't intimidate nobody, especially not with you dressed like that. Like, please calm your ass down. And then Elon said that, he doesn't mean to do anything to disrespect him. And I don't, like I said, maybe I could be wrong, but I don't see Elon just doing stuff out of spite to disrespect Nick. I think Elon really, really likes Sierra. Like, he came into Casa the first day and said, Sierra is the one that I want, and I want to pursue her. And with her and Nick not being closed off, he's just taking his chance to do it because he really, really likes her. But it's just that she's with Nick and she built something with Nick, so Nick is right there in the middle of it. So I don't believe that he's doing it just to disrespect Nick. I just think he just really, really likes Sierra, and Nick is just in the back of his mind. But yeah, so then, oh Lord, we got Shelly and Ace. One of the many little interesting things going on with Shelly and Ace. Like, Shelly and Ace was like all over this episode. Thank God, because Shelly, she's been falling into the background. So then he asks her how she's feeling, especially after the challenge. She says that she's upset with Huda and not him. It's like, Shelly, please don't do that. You need to be mad at Ace too. Ace says that he was mad that Shelly went back to Chris in the challenge, and it was hard for him to watch. Okay. And it was hard for Shelly to watch you and Huda doing what the fuck y'all was doing. Like, please, Ace. So then Ace says that he sent Coco home, which I think he was doing this to fuck Shelly's mind up. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Ace says he sent Coco home because his connection with Shelly was stronger. But Shelly continuing wanting to explore Chris doesn't make him happy. But Ace, y'all not closed off. All you had to do the night of the recoupling, when you and Shelly picked each other, y'all should have closed it off right then and there. The fact that Chris is still in his house and Shelly had openly told you that, like, you should have told her, I want to be closed off. And the fact that you're not saying that, why would Shelly just only focus on you? Like, if there could be something there with Chris, which she really needs to go to Chris, she needs to go ahead and do that. All right. Then Ace want to talk about Shelly, you went back to Chris. That was being intentional. And he said, she says there was no intentions behind it. And he said, well, I have a hard time believing that. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of my face. Then we have Shelly in her confessional. She says, so I watched you kiss every single girl and I didn't feel some type of way. But you feel a type of way about me going back and getting a kiss from Chris, somebody I'm exploring. Exactly, motherfucker. Like, please, like, stop trying to, like, you are trying to, like, downplay this Huda situation, and you trying to bring it up some, well, it was hard for me watching you go back to kiss Chris. But you didn't say shit about this when it was her and Austin, because you were intimidated by Chris. Let's just say that, Ace. Like, stop with this whole thing. You're intimidated by that 6'8" fine ass chocolate basketball player, and you're 4'10" with your name tatted on your back. You are intimidated by the Chris. That's just plain and simple. But anyway, we jump over to a really funny ass scene. So Huda is just, I think she's just trying to make conversation. You can tell Alandra really wasn't here for her and everything like that. She asked Alandra if she's a terrible person, and Alandra says no, but it was just way too much. I think Alandra really wanted to say she was a terrible person, but she didn't want to hurt Huda's feelings. But Huda, the bitch is crying again. Like, one of many times of Huda crying this episode. Like, I can't stand when Huda's crying. She tells him, I hate crying. Like, honey, you've been crying all season long. So then it's bedtime. Then we jump. Shelly is telling Sierra that Ace is mad that she kissed Chris twice, and Sierra said exactly what I was thinking. She said it's very given, like, I'm not. I don't understand why you're mad, but since you're mad, I'm mad at you about this, and it's very much given that. It's very much given that. Then everyone's getting ready for bed, and something I clocked is Taylor is telling Clark how beautiful she looks, and I said he ain't never ever 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 told Alandra none of this shit. See what I'm saying? That's how you know he really likes Clark. He really likes him. It's the next morning, and clock this. Chris brings Shelly and Huda breakfast. Clock it. Brings Shelly and Huda both breakfast. Huda is staring, and in this moment, I'm like, why is she staring for? And that staring was very much foreshadowing of what was going to happen next. Elon says he wants to talk to Amaya. And I'm like, definitely go ahead and do that, because stop trying to make it work with Sierra. Please stop. So then Huda is saying, oh yeah, she's talking to, I think she's talking to the Casa girls and Amaya, because Amaya is the only person that's going to baby her, which Amaya, please stop doing that. Huda says that she's waiting for Shelly to pull her. She doesn't want to pull her for a chat. She doesn't want to keep hounding her. She said, let me just wait for her to come to me when she's ready. Smart. Huda says she thinks that Shelly is upset that she keeps going after the guys that she like. I'm pretty sure Shelly's not mad about that, sweetheart. Because mind you, the guys that you like has picked Shelly first. You were second, third, or fourth place. Just saying. And then she brings up Chris bringing Shelly 2 pancakes and a flower, and she was mad that she only got 1 pancake and no flour. She says that she's irritated. I was like, insecure much? Like, Huda, we don't, first of all, we don't need Huda having another fucking argument on the show about some goddamn pancakes. Like, are you serious? Like, Huda, I thought we hung that up on week 1. Don't bring it back. Please don't bring it back. So then all of a sudden we get Sierra. She gets a text. We find out her and Nick are gonna go on a date. I was like, aw. And then so their date, they go on a bike ride, and it's a picnic. And I'm thinking, did they bike ride the whole way there? If they bike ride the whole way there, I don't know how they weren't sweating and smelling at this point, because I know it's hot up there in Fiji. So yeah, so then they're on this mountaintop. Mount Bubba fuck, I don't know where it was at, but it had a view of the ocean. That Fiji ocean is so beautiful, y'all. I just want to jump in it. I can't swim, but I just want to jump in it. And he even says that his dream date was a picnic. It's given like they over here listening, because remember when they had Iris and Jeremiah go on Huda's dream date, messy asses. But he did say, I don't even remember the first time they talked. That was a while to fucking go. But he did say when they first talked that his dream date was a picnic, and I was like, oh, so the producers are listening. He talks about Elon during the challenge, and Sierra, see, this is why I love Sierra, because she is asking the right shit. She asks, were you mad at Elon because of ego, or was it because you had strong feelings for me? And he says it was just a protective feeling. That's what scared me, because him last episode talking about if you do anything crazy on Elon, I'm gonna crash out. It's like, dude, like, calm your ass down. Like, it is not that serious. It's like he talking about protective. It's like, I don't know if like Nick doesn't realize like how much Sierra likes him, and he's worried that somebody can come in here and just like turn her head, because Nick, his head turns with the wind. And I'm like, Nick, like, I think everybody in that villa and everybody watching at home knows that Sierra is not gonna pick nobody else. Like, she wants to be with you. She likes you. She threw that cat at you 2 times, bro, or more than that. We don't know, but like, dude, like, it didn't take for all that. So then she brings up the kiss with Alandra, and she said that after thinking, no, it wasn't after thinking, Sierra, it's after you had that talk with Iris that you started thinking. But I don't think she wanted to say that, but I definitely think it's after she had that talk with Iris and she started thinking, damn, you probably right. And she was probably analyzing her head. She said, yeah, it does make her feel uncomfortable, because Landra is her best friend in the house, but they ain't best friends in real life. They're best friends in the house. And then she asked him, which that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, damn, she put it in good perspective. She asked, how would you feel if I kissed Taylor and that's your best friend? And he says, you know what? That is a good way when you put it. And I just know for a fact, if Sierra and Taylor made out, Nick would blow a fucking gasket. Like, Nick would lose his shit. Because you see how Nick doesn't like when any other guy pulls her for a talk, or any other guy kisses Sierra. You see how mad and petty he be getting. Imagine if it's what his best friend does. He gonna take it to the next level. So I like that she asked him that. And then it ended off, well, they jump back to the villa, but end off this little segment. He does apologize about the kiss with Landry, about her feeling uncomfortable because that is her best friend. And then we jump over to the villa. Huda, Lord Jesus, is talking to Chris. Huda talks about how Chris bringing Shelly 2 pancakes and her 1, and how he gave her a flower and she ain't got none. She says she felt like the side hoe and he's showing favoritism. Again, Huda, very insecure. Very, very insecure. And the thing is, like, honey, you and Chris have only been coupled up for what, 2 days? Chris is not your man. Like, it's given very much Jeremiah all over again. And y'all was swearing, y'all Huda fans were swearing up and down that Jeremiah was the problem. I think this is very abundantly clear. Huda was the problem all along. Now, Jeremiah, he did play a part in it, but Huda plays a very big part in it. Like, this shit right here, talking about some, I feel like the side hoe and you're showing favoritism. When, honey, it can't be really that much favoritism when he was with Shelly first. Like, he's openly said that he wants to pursue Shelly, but he knows that her connection with Ace, but that still's not going to stop him from wanting to explore her because they're not closed off. And the only reason, honey, why you and Chris are even coupled up is because he was trying to get into the house. It wasn't working out with you and JD, and you was his ticket into the house. And I bet you, and I promise you, if Shelly comes up to him and says, I want to go explore some more, he would drop Huda in a second. And what does this bitch do? She starts crying again. I'm like, oh my Lord. Then she told me something, I just want to fix things with Shelly. And then this bitch says the stupidest shit. She told him, if I was ugly, would it just make it better? Honey, it ain't got nothing to do with looks. It's about your actions, honey. An ugly ass bitch can do what she did and Shelly still would have felt some kind of way. So I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about right here, but you're really getting on my goddamn nerves. And this is why I really want you out of this goddamn villa. Please. But anyway, we move on. We jump back over to the date with Nick and Sierra, and they're talking about, their experience and they're coming into Love Island. He said something which I very much clocked. He says he originally came into a Love Island to have fun, which you're supposed to do. But this just basically proved my point. Nick wanted to come on here so he can be a whore. He just wanted to be a whore and just talk and flirt with everybody right there. But then when he got with Sierra and they started building something, it took him by surprise. And that's probably why he was so scared to not close anything off with her, because he still wanted to explore everything that came into this house and have the Love Island experience, which I understand. But it's like, again, when y'all start fucking and then like feelings get involved, that's when it's like, okay, like you got to do something. So then Sierra says that after they had sex, she knew she didn't want to pursue anyone else in that way. And that was actually, you know what? The date, it was cute. It was so cute, y'all. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm sick of y'all Nick and Landry fans thinking other stuff. Like, Nick didn't look upset in this date to me. It seemed like he really, really does like her. And then this is what I was talking about. And I've said it so many times in my previous videos. Whenever Nick is talking about besides take Sierra out of the mix. When Nick is talking about his connections or his chemistry with any other girl, it's always how they physically look, their physical attraction. Oh, I can't stop pay attention to what she's saying because I'm looking at her body. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, she's so hot, and all this other kind of stuff. But when he's talking about Sierra, he does acknowledge that she is beautiful, but he talks about other stuff in depth of what they talk about. She talked about her as a person. That's how you know. That's why I said I feel like he really does like her, because it seems like with any other girl, only thing he can talk about that he likes about them is how they look. But he doesn't know what I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what their last names was. You know what I'm saying? But the way like he was talking about Sierra, it's like, okay, so it's not just the physical, it's more stuff behind it that we're just not really seeing that much because they both some freak nasty frogs. I think that's probably what it is. They also say that the date feels like how it be outside, and I like that they can going on a date and getting out of that villa, because the villa looks nice, but it's like being closed off on an island like that, shit, I would go crazy too. Then I was like, okay, what's about to happen? Because I'm thinking this whole time, because like I said in my last recap, Shelly, Ace, Nick, and Sierra, y'all need to be closed off. It's week 4. In 2 weeks we gotta vote a couple. Y'all can't be exploring no more, like hang it the fuck up. So he finally asked her that if she wants to be closed off. She says yes, and I said she said yes, like he proposed to her, and I was like, fine a fucking lead. It's like, Nick, all you had to do was tell her that she just to be closed off, because Sierra was so ready to be closed off a week or 2 ago, but Nick keep talking about something. I really like you, but I still want to go and explore, and that's what kept pissing her off and everything like that. And I said, Nick, that's all you had to do, and you see how easy that was, like when all this stuff happened. But I think Nick is now done exploring, and he's got, because like the way, like I said, the way he's acting over her, like this protective shit, talking about you gonna fight somebody over her, that shows, yeah, he really does care about her. And it was actually cute, and I'm glad that he closed off, because I was waiting, because Nick had to be the one, because Sierra ain't about to keep asking you, like she shouldn't have to beg you and everything like that. So I said, if Nick, if you don't close off with Sierra on this date, I'm flying to Fiji, parachuting into that villa, and I'm smacking the cold sores all out your face, man. But he does. And I said, Nick, you ate that. You did that. You did that. So then we jump back over to the villa. Shelly and Alandria talk. And then Alandria says that she has to go back to explore. And she said it's way too late. But it's like, Alandria, that's kind of your fault, honey. But I'm glad that she is exploring and she's not. Because what I was really scared of was Alandria was going to be sitting around here moping about Taylor. But she's not doing that. She's open to exploring other people. And I'm so glad she does that, because she deserves it. She deserves it. Because Taylor, I'm just so fucking mad that Taylor wasted her time. I'm so mad at that motherfucker. Anyways. And she says that she wants to give Zach K a chance, which she really needs to, because Zach, well, I don't know if Zach really liked her, because you got to remember Zach went for Shelly, and then when he had to choose between her and Amaya, he did pick Alandria, and I think he was definitely open to knowing Alandria, but he just knew that she was thinking about Taylor, so he took the easy route and got with Amaya, and it got him back into this villa, so he did what he had to do. But I feel like, Zach would be open to being with Alandria. I kind of want to see it, but I don't know about Zach. Something about Zach is just not. It's not something's not there. Just saying. Then we get Ace. He pulls Shelly. They go for another fucking talk. They start talking about all these boundaries and shit. It's like, oh my god, we got these boundary talk in. It's week 4. Anyway, so he says that she's not in the right because she went for Chris twice. Again, with this her going on Chris again. Like, Ace, dude. It's like, are you not taking accountability what you did with Huda? He just wants to keep bringing up Shelly going after Chris twice. And just say, and this basically proved my point. You're bothered that Chris is up in this house. You're bothered because if Chris really wants to pull Shelly, he could do that. You're just intimidated because you never had competition, because you notice like no bombshells before Casa Moore, no bombshells that came into this villa said that they want to be with Shelly. So Ace never had no competition. His only competition, if you want to say a competition, was Austin. But it's Austin. Like, Austin ain't no competition to Ace. But now that he has another alpha in here who is 6'8", Ace can't take that. So now he don't know what to do. He's scrambling. So then he says that and then he ends up bringing up being closed off, and I was like, I know you ain't gonna ask her to close off in this moment while y'all arguing, but he didn't. And then Shelly says that she says, you said that we weren't closed off. You said that we can still open to explore, and I made a connection with Chris. Period. She says that he's trying to compare her connection with Chris with him kissing every other female in the room. Then we get Ace in his confessional talking all low and shit, trying to make us feel bad for his ass, talking about something. It's like we're not finding a common ground, and that really hurts my feelings. Man, I ain't falling for that shit. Then he says it looks like they potentially was going to be working on being closed off, but it seems like now us being closed off look like that's not happening no time soon. She gets up and walk away. Like, yeah, y'all being closed off ain't happening no time soon. So Shelly, go get Chris. Just go get him. And I already knew this wasn't gonna happen. Like, y'all loved Ace and Shelly so much, I didn't see it. Like, I knew something like this was gonna end up happening. I knew once somebody came in here and showed Shelly some attention, this shit was gonna happen. So then we have just a quick couple talks. So Amaya says that, because I think Amaya's talking to Chris. Amaya says that she thinks Zach's priority is to make friends, and that he has not talking to her all day. Meanwhile, Elon is over there lurking. He's like walking around looking for something. Like, dude, you ain't looking for shit because you didn't even pick nothing up. He's over there lurking while Amaya is telling Chris this. Goes back and tells Zach what she just said, and Zach didn't give a fuck. That's how I knew. I said, Zach, something ain't right about you. I don't know what it is. Something ain't right about Zach. Then we have Ace is over there complaining to Taylor about Shelly, and he says, did I make the wrong decision by sending Coco home? It's like, dude, you mean made the wrong decision? If I remember correctly, you were advocating to keep Coco in his house, and you were trying to send Alandria home because Taylor wanted her gone. So you can miss me with all that shit. And this is how I know right here. Ace wanted to keep Coco in that house. He wanted to have his cake and eat it too. He wanted to keep Coco in that house and have Shelly in there too. So if anything like happened with Shelly, he can go off and talk to Coco because Chris was in the house. That's why Ace wanted her. Now that there's no, like, who else in there can Ace go and explore? He can't explore nobody. Shelly, if something happens between him and Shelly can go over with Chris. So that's what Ace is thinking. Like, Ace, you talking about something, did he make the wrong decision by sending Coco home? Well, also on the other hand, we didn't see the whole deliberation, but the snippet they showed us was you saying you wanted Coco in the house. So yeah, it maybe you just outvoted and they wanted to keep Alandra, just didn't want to keep Coco because they didn't know her. But yeah, like, I know Ace wanted Coco in his house because he wanted to have two women in here that was feeling him. Now he only got one woman, that's Shelly. He feels her slowly slipping away. Now he doesn't feel like he has a chance of winning. Well, you wasn't gonna win off my boat, just saying. Ace is saying, says that he feels a way with her building a connection outside of a challenge when I'm only participating in the challenge. Then Ace in his confessionals, again with that low ass voice, talking about some, it just feels like I'm not enough. And I'm putting so much effort and I'm not getting anything back. Yeah, bitch. Duh. Like, do you not? And I'm glad you getting a taste of your own medicine. I'm glad that Ace and Nick was sweating because competition for their women was in this house. Because you was playing like this with Shelly all in the first half of the season. Now that it's happening to you, you don't like it. It's not good being on the other side of the fence, right? Mm-hmm. So then we jump over to Elon and Brian. They're talking. Elon is talking about Sierra and he still wants to explore with her. And I'm like, Elon, can you please hang this up, sir? And Brian, which, thank you, God, like, Brian keeps it real. He said, let me be brutally honest with you. Sierra's on a date right now, and I guarantee you she ain't thinking about talking about nobody. He right, because they closed it off. And I'm glad that somebody is getting that through Elon's head. But I want to thought that Elon had that through his head, like I said in the beginning of my video, when you literally saw how she reacted when she thought he went home. And then when he didn't go home and she came back, she literally was kissing all on him and they had sex that night. So why the fuck do you want to keep exploring her? I need you to stop. Like, I understand that Sierra is beautiful and I understand that she's a freak and I understand she probably was turning you on, but I need you to please hang this up because Sierra don't want you. And meanwhile, while they're talking, Sierra and Nick walk right there. And I said, y'all producers are so messy. And they came back from the date. So then, like they do, well, they haven't done the dates a lot this season, but like whenever something happens, the girls talk with the girls and the guys talk with I said the girls talk with the girls. The girl who did something talk with the girls and the guy that did something talk to all the guys. So Nick is talking to the boys and Sierra's talking to the girls. They're both telling them about the date, and I'm not going to break down everything they said. So the big thing is they told everybody that they close off, and everybody's excited, and Elon is upset, of course, and they keep flashing over to him. I don't know if he was making those faces the whole time, but you can tell he is clearly upset. Yep, Elon. Yeah, you go explore Amaya. Yeah, you can trust me. Amaya will give you that energy. Amaya will give you so much love that you're looking for that Sierra's not going to give you because she's in love with Freak Nick over there. Okay. But yeah, but it was just it was cute. Like, it was a very really cute moment of her telling all the girls. And what I noticed is when they were all sitting down, when the guys were in their little group and the girls in their little group, I said there is entirely too much people in this village. We need to cut at least 5 people out of this bitch. Out of the girls, you know who can go? Iris can go. What the fuck is a Grayson? She can go. Andrina, she can go. Who else can go? Who else? Huda can go. Who else can go? That's what I got right now. Oh yeah, Jaden can go. And then with the guys, Austin, he can go. Taylor can go. Pepe can go. Zach can go. And who else can go? Somebody else can go. TJ can go. Like, yeah, when they were literally sitting in their groups, I said there is too much bitches in this house. Like, it's too many people. It's too many. And we still don't know. Half of them don't even talk. That's the craziest part. But anyway, so we jump to the night scene, and Elon is talking. Says that now that Nick and Sierra are closed off, he's going to explore. Which, thank you, Elon. And I want to hope you mean that, because I don't want to see a couple episodes from now you still trying to talk to Sierra. Like, let it go. So then we have we got Andrina. She asked Pepe to talk. And she asks if they're willing to explore, because last episode she talked about somehow Pepito is her type. And he said if he's willing to explore their connection. And all I had to say was he friend zoned the fuck out of her. And I know she was shocked. I was shocked. And I know a lot of people were shocked, because Andrina is a badass bitch, right? But she seems like she's very much boring, and Pepe is boring too. So y'all were just gonna be boring as fuck together. But it just seemed like Pepe don't want. He doesn't want. What's the word? Because have you noticed like he goes crazy over blondes? First Hannah and now all on Grayson and everything like that. He really likes Grayson after knowing her for 2-3 days, or maybe it was longer than that. And he knew Andrina just a little bit longer, and he ain't willing to explore that, even though like when she first came in he was willing to. But he's probably like, I'm kind of cool off you right now. That just gagged the fuck out of me. Like, damn, Andrina. And after that, sweetheart, you can go. Because then she said she's never been turned down. See, honey, like, see, this is what I like right here, because y'all be thinking that y'all can pull anything and everybody ain't gonna like you. So yeah, Andrina, you can go. Then we have Alandria and Zach. They're talking about still wanting to explore each other. I'm low-key here for that, but I don't know about Zach still. But I'm glad that Alandria is going out and exploring and looking at her options. I'm so glad about it. I was so happy for this episode. Then we have Clark, who's asking Taylor if he's still willing to explore Alandria, and he says yes. What the fuck is there left to explore? Like, Alandria, like Taylor, stay away from Alandria. Like, what is there more to explore? Y'all were in a couple for 3 fucking weeks. When it came to recoupling after during Casa, you chose to be with Clark, and you're doing so much stuff with Clark that you never did with Alandria. So what the fuck is there to explore to Alandria? If you don't know her by this time, you ain't gonna never know her. Never. So I really hope and want to hope that Alandria and Taylor don't find their way back to each other, because I'll be reading both of them the hell down. Then they ended off, they kiss, and Taylor's still doing that damn peck, and it's like, dude, can you please stop doing that? You pissing me off. So then we jump over to Sierra and Shelly. She's talking about Ace, and then she says if she does talk to Huda, they'll be cordial but not bestie, so just not as close as they used to be. But she does say she does have no hate towards Huda. It's just that she's just seeing the person that she is. She says that she's always given Huda chances. I'm like, damn, when was the other chances? Unless it's something we ain't seen. And she says that she always has given Huda chances, but this time she's took it too far. Understandable. Then we have Huda and Chris in the speakeasy. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm about to breeze past this shit. So Chris says that he's taking a step back from pursuing Shelly because he really likes Huda. I said, after she came to you about the pancakes, you really like her? Did you not see what happened with Jeremiah, Chris? Like, brother, I need you to run, because this ain't gonna work. I can just see Huda like crashing out. If Chris like goes and does something else, I see that bitch crashing out, because she already crashing out over some fucking pancakes. What you think she gonna do once they get even closer, or when she throws the cat at him and she gonna crash out after that? Like, Chris, run. Jeremiah ran. I need you to run, bruh. You too fine for this. Then she asked him, I was being so petty. She asked him if he likes FaceTiming. I really thought she was about to ask, if we FaceTime, would you mind sharing your location? I really wanted her to say that just one good time, because that was so funny. That still gets me to this day. That whole, will you share your location with me? Gets me to this day. Then she asked if he's ever cheated. He says, yes, I cheated emotionally. And I said, what is emotionally cheating? What does that mean? Because when I think cheat, I think you've stuck your what in somebody, or you kiss somebody, or you touch somebody. What is emotionally cheating? I've never heard that before. Then all I wrote down is they start making out. I said that was way too much tongue. Like, Huda, that was way too much tongue, Huda. Way too much. But yeah, and that's where the episode ends. So we got a little snippet for tomorrow night. We see a mailbox, and I'm like, what is this? Are they able to are they sending letters to each other? Or it's like an anonymous, like they say, write down your feelings for whoever, and then they're gonna read it. That's gonna stir up some more mess. I need to see that, but I'm ready for that, y'all. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys for this episode. Again, I thought the episode was actually really cute. It was really really good. I'm prepared to see tomorrow night, and then I wonder, like they said, I think movie night is gonna happen this week. It needs to come on. It needs to come the fuck on. It needs to come on fast, okay? But yeah, y'all, that's all I got for you guys this episode. Before I get up out of here, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, turn my post notifications on when you want to be notified when I upload a video. That's all I got for you guys this episode. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.